Welcome to Life Strategies with Michael. Michael's the published author of the books God's Healing Hands, Volumes 1 and 2, a certified life coach, recovery and addiction coach, and an education provider for Oasis. On today's program, Michael will be discussing Part 2 of self-sabotage. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Part 2 of self-sabotage. Today we're going to talk about passive-aggressive behavior and addictions. Now, both of these behaviors fall underneath the umbrella of self-sabotaging behaviors. A wonderful way of self-sabotaging relationships is through passive-aggressive behavior. This is a behavior that makes a person look good, calm, and centered on the outside, but makes the other person look like they're bad, always complaining, angry, and upset. A passive-aggressive individual, rather than owning and expressing their anger and feelings appropriately, express their anger by what they do not do. They withdraw, they deprive the other, they refuse to do what is asked for, or they do it much later. For example, a passive-aggressive husband will either pretend he hasn't heard what's asked of him or offer to do it later or after the need passes. The partner is put in a position of having to beg, nag, or remind him over and over. He then blames his wife for his not doing what is needed because she's a nag and is always upset. He does not see that he has stimulated her upset passively by his lack of response. Now see, passive-aggressive behavior is a wonderful way to sabotage not only others, but oneself. These individuals often see themselves as put upon by others and as having no responsibility for the situation they're in. In fact, they are sabotaging everything by not taking responsibility for their behavior or their feelings. And you know what? They lose out in the long run. The second part of self-sabotaging behaviors that I wanted to talk today about is addictions. Now, in the context of self-sabotage, addictions are a primary way in which individuals sabotage their lives. Addiction to alcohol, drugs, gambling, work, sex, love, or whatever form of addiction takes is a powerful way to destroy health, joy, and success. Individuals lose control not only over their addictions, but also over the direction of their entire lives. Their focus, energy, time, and money go toward the substance they crave. This craving prevents them from seeing the many facets of reality or participating in a healthy, fulfilling way. The question of how one gets hooked into addictions is very complex. Often it starts as a retreat from life, a way to get some pleasure. Soon it takes the individual into a world of its own, where they can escape facing difficult issues. That which started as pleasure turns into poison. At first, an addiction seems to give something. Soon it takes everything away. It is crucial to realize that by giving into an addiction, by not going for real help, the person is actually aligning themselves with that which does them more harm than good.
Thank you for listening today. If you're interested in life coaching, recovery coaching, or addiction counseling, you can reach Michael in the Albany area at area code 518-506-1472. You can also purchase Michael's books on Amazon.com under Michael Barbarulo, God's Healing Hands. And remember, Michael is here to encourage, equip, and empower you to live a victorious Christian life.